Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and unfortunately today we will be training a lot less than our 55 minutes. I'll have to catch it up on Wednesday. But I have been doing a lot of training today. In fact, I had a bit of extra time today, so I worked a bit more on Seven Deadly Chess Sins by Jonathan Rowson. I also have been doing some more Lichess puzzles, and my rating right now is around like 2650 for Lichess puzzles, so actually is quite a workout to try and attempt these exercises. And as a result of doing these, I also did some of my coach's calculation exercises too, which I'm doing weekly. So all of this combined today, I just felt that I was on hot form, and I want to share with you guys a story today. So you're in for a treat. I hope you guys find this entertaining. So before we get into today's Woodpecker training, let me just share with you the story. So I was out at a cafe, like training my chess, and then on my way home, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play some online chess, and of course, start off with some bullets, because this is the time control I enjoy the most, especially when I'm in like a good flow. And I was trying to think, what music should I listen to while I play, because I always like playing chess with music in the background. And there's an artist I like called Sen Morimoto, and the album I wanted to listen to, it's really, really annoying. So if there's any music artists who happen to be watching this stream, which I predict is probably 0%, but if there were, please never name your albums the same as your name. So Sen Morimoto is the artist, and his album name is Sen Morimoto. So I can never find this damn album. It was in 2020. Like, probably if I try a bit harder, maybe it will pop up. It still doesn't pop up. I think YouTube just is a massive hater as well. I don't know. Surely on his music channel there must be albums, right? Let me see. Bruh, he doesn't even have an album for his own album. It doesn't. That made no sense. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a playlist for his own album. Anyway, so because I couldn't find the album that I wanted to listen to, oh, I can click it here. Yo, see, I'm too bad at technology. I can just click play album. That's wild. Okay. Oh, okay. So they have it here. Oh, okay. Now I know for next time. Now I know for next time that it just pops up on the right hand side. Anyway, so I was looking at this selection. I was like, okay, you know what? If I can't find Sen Morimoto, the album, I'll just listen to Cannonball instead, right? So I click on Cannonball, and I'm listening to this album, another pretty good album. It's very jazzy, kind of alternative pop kind of vibes. And I'm playing my games, right? And I haven't looked over these games since I played them, but I want to have a quick look, because I thought I just played some phenomenal chess, right? So of course I play this C3 Venom. We get this kind of King's Indian Park style setup against my London system. And okay, meet Queen B6 with Queen B3, develop the rest of my pieces, prevent any kind of shenanigans with King D2, and as long as there's no Knight E4 and my knight is covering the square, then I can always play King D2. So I kicked out his bishop, and actually, I got lucky here, because I could have already taken a pawn, but I kind of just quickly played the move E4, and only now took the pawn. So okay, I'm already a pawn up against this 2600, this NM. And I just start trading off the pieces, improve my structure, make sure everything is nice and defended, everything is nice and developed. I see a nice way to try and improve my pieces. So I'm just grabbing stuff here and there, and okay, of course I miss this tactic. I'm never seeing this with bullet time controls. But the important thing as well is, like, I was good 10 seconds up around here. So I have an advantage on the clock. And actually, during this kind of time, I realized that actually I've got this fork in counter. So I'm not actually blundering my rook. And yeah, then I just had to play quickly, play solidly, and come up with a plan. And of course, the best plan is to just push this h pawn. So my rook goes behind the pawn. I just start pushing. I've got a 5-second lead, and yeah, I probably didn't even checkmate, but did enough. Yeah, did enough to flag the guy and keep an advantage. Welcome, Plant, to the stream. I'm doing very well. How are you? Safsara, I got my worst subject tomorrow, Spanish. I've got 4 exams left. I'm starting to sweat the woodpecker after. Okay, very nice, very nice. Yeah, you've got your major open to prepare for, so sounds like a good plan. Good luck with the exam as well. So, okay, game 1 goes pretty well. Like, I don't think I made any mistakes this game, apart from blundering the fork, but, you know, my pieces were active enough to fight back. So, yeah, this was game 1. So then, we have game 2, where, again, I play another 2600, and this time, yeah, he plays like a stone wall structure, and I play, this, I guess, reverse Reti type structure, and this position probably is already a little bit dodgy for me, but I just tried to activate my pieces as best as I could, trade off that light squared bishop, try and provoke a queen trade, and just, you know, get my pieces into some juicy squares. And I eventually managed to win a piece, win a pawn, win another piece. Oh, this is why I'm so happy with, you know, my tactical play right now, because in this position, you know, I took this knight just being like, oh, free knight, and then he did this, and I was like, oh, crap. I'm blundering checkmate here, and you know, if I block, I'm losing the queen. If I block, I'm losing the queen. So I thought it might be lights out, but you know, I'm kind of like grinding these puzzles quite a lot, not just the woodpecker method I do on stream, and yeah, was able to find this knight e2 and force a resignation. Of course, it's a bullet game; you should never resign. But okay, like the guy respected the move, and yeah, I'm seeing stuff, right? And I think, like, a lot of people think, like, bullet chess is, you know, just mindless wood pushing. But I actually find that, you know, if I'm actually alert enough to think during a bullet game, and I just think fast, I can actually do so much better than just, like, you know, kind of, like, aimlessly moving, you know? So, yeah, this was one of those moments where, yeah, had the chance to, you know, win, and I took it. So this was good. So on the third game, again, I beat to 2650, and again, I think it was quite clean. So all of these games, like, I'm really outplaying these guys. Like, yeah, I develop all my pieces. Yeah, this structure is always black is playing for the minority attack. He's got the 2 versus 3, and my plan is to play the knight onto c5 and push b4 and try and solidify this knight. So that's exactly what I tried to do. My opponent knows this as well. That's why I played knight d7 to try and stop me. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll reroute my knight to d3. Maybe it'll be more useful over here. And yeah, I get my knight to c5. He gets his knight to c4. And in the complications, I managed to come out on top. Like, there's just too much tension going on here. So I managed to strike. Because the point is, if he takes with the knight, the bishop is hanging. And if he takes with the bishop, the knight is hanging. So I managed to win a piece. And after winning a piece, I just made sure everything is consolidated, bring my pieces around this way. And of course, at this moment, you know, I offer to trade queens, and the guy just plays queen a4. So I literally missed a free queen, but it doesn't matter. I'm a piece up, I'm playing quickly, and yeah, I just went for this attack, and managed to make it work in the end. Like, it was a little bit hectic, but once I got this rook h7 in, then things started to go my way a bit better. And okay, yeah, I had to focus hard, make sure that, you know, I'm playing quick enough and playing accurate enough, and probably should have traded the rook there, but yeah, managed to get the rook with 1 second, and once I have this position, easy win. So yeah, I'd say another pretty confident game, showing my speed, showing my technique. And is this the moment where things Oh no, okay, this is another game I won. Okay, so another 2660 that I managed to scalp. So, yeah, we got an exchange Slav. And whenever they play with the move a6, it always weakens some squares around here, which I will look to try and exploit. So that's exactly what I do with the move knight a4. Because he's concerned, I guess, with, I don't know, this kind of stuff, he wants to get some counterplay himself, but he does give himself an isolated pawn. So I just trade off the minor pieces, I trade off another minor piece, and I just consolidate my position again. I just consolidate, kick his knight away, improve my pieces, get the trade, put all the pressure on the pawn, win another pawn, have an easily winning endgame, consolidate, win more pawns, and yeah, this again, tactical vision here, like seeing this rook b7 and understanding that he doesn't have the time because I'll take the rook. These might feel like very basic tactics, but these are stuff that I wasn't always able to find, especially in like shorter time controls like this. So I just feel sharp. I'm seeing like a lot more and considering a lot more. So rook b7, very nice move to get the trade of rooks, and then he blunders immediately, and we storm the pawn, but make sure everything is nice and solid. If he wants to trade knight for bishop, by all means. And yeah, I managed to get this position and make a queen. So, as I said, the flow was with me. Welcome, Surya, to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, so yeah, I'm just sharing a story about a funny thing that happened to me today. So, as you can see, I was on 4 out of 4 against 2600s, and not just flagging them, but actually outplaying them, like checkmating them every game. So, this is new, well, not new for me, but I mean, it's rare that this happens, right? So I was feeling the form. I was feeling like very, very fit. I mean, I've done a lot of walking. I've been eating well. I've been sleeping well. I've been training tactics. Like, you know, life is good, right? Life is good. Good mood equals good chess, right? And I'm listening to this Sen Morimoto. You'll see why I'm bringing this up, right? So I'm listening to this Sen Morimoto, playing very well. And I start my 5th game. And the thing is, right now, I have a rule that when I gain 25 points or more, I have to stop. If I lose 25 points or more, I have to stop. Okay, so this is what I call the Caius rule. And yeah, I was like on plus 22 or something at this point. And I start playing my 5th and final game of the day. Like, if I win this game, then I've gained 25 points, and I retire for my bullet for the day. And for sure, like, I'm winning this game. Like, I'm crushing these 2600s like a knife through melted butter, right? So these guys are getting crushed. And around this moment, right, just really early on in the game, my concentration just breaks completely because I'm listening to this Cannonball album, and because I'm not listening to it like on an official channel, these, okay, mind my language, but motherfucking like YouTube channels that, you know, basically create and share their own playlist of a legit artist, and what they do, they will hide a random ass like song that is probably monetized for them within the album, just so they get more views and more clicks and more watch time. It happens all the time. And for some reason, like, I've got this like ad block going on, but the ad block did not work on this specific video, right? So I just started hearing the most cancerous advert, which was like, oh, like, you know, AI is the next big thing, AI this, market AI, like, you know, crypto this, crypto that. And I was just like, please, like, this advert cannot continue. And it lasted the whole game. The advert lasted the whole game, and my concentration was like, so it was like, just, I was trying to play this game. You know, I get like this 1 pawn advantage, I castle queenside, I kick away this knight, I trade off this knight. I mean, if my concentration wasn't, you know, messed up, I would grind out this win confidently. But I was just so tilted by this damn advert. And even though I managed to get like a winning position, you know, like I'm 3 points up right now. I've got an attack on the king side. queenside, and I just couldn't find the finishing blow. I mean, I only had 3 seconds, he had 6 seconds, so my time management was kind of ass. But even this position, 3 seconds each, I am always converting this. But because this was like the final game to reach 2600, and, you know, this advert is playing in the background, like, I choked it. Like, this happened, I end up flagging, don't even get close, I mean, it's 2 seconds to 0. And the thing is, from here, after losing this game, I go on a full tilt. Like, let me find it. So yeah, I win. I lose, and I'm back down to the 2570s where I started. I was just like, oh my god, Michael, like, there's no way that, you know, I've been playing so well, right? I've just been crushing these 2600s, and one tiny chip to my confidence and to my like my flow, everything just goes out the window. So I managed to break the losing streak. I managed to win a game. I then lost a game. I then won a game. I then lost a game. But I managed to get back onto my form. I won. And I managed to make it back to 2600. So this is actually the first time I'm getting 2600 on the Ponziani Master public account. I think it's the 4th time I've reached 2600 this year in Bullet, but I plan to keep playing. I plan to try and push to 2700. And the good news is, okay, when the form is there, when the flow is there, when I've got the concentration, when it doesn't get broken, I'm just I'm crushing these 2600s. But, you know, I need to work on my composure because, I mean, that's the thing as a chess player. It's not just about being good at chess. It's actually just, you know, being consistent in chess. And I think this is something I still need to work on a lot, but okay, it's promising to see that the strength was there. David Goggins, how are you, son? Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? Excuse me? what does that even mean? Coming to Japan to train? Okay, sweet, David. David Goggins, should I know who you are? Who is David Goggins? I have no idea who you are, man. So you're going to have to give me a bit more to work with. Mark, welcome to the stream. You missed out on a very nice story, which I won't get back into. God, that was actually a very, very long, 15-minute long story. But okay, this is pretty good. I had a very, very exciting rapid game, which I ended up losing. But yeah, I'm also playing some rapid. I'm playing some pushing my bullet rating. So yeah, things are good. Things are very good. So let's just finish off with a few of these woodpecker exercises, and then we will call it a day. I have to start my real work in half an hour. So that's the plan. Search me on Google once. Oh, bro. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to prioritize the chess training here. As much as I'm sure David Goggins is a name I absolutely want to find out more about. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm a chess player at heart, so here we are. Okay, Capablanca against George Thomas. George Thomas to win, black to play. Go queen, rook, rook, queen, rook, rook, knight, bishop, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. If this was a bullet game, I'd just take on e5. Don't think anything more. Win that pawn. Put my queen on a very central square. So queen takes e5. We need to find a move that's better than that. Otherwise, queen takes e5 is what we play. But what ideas are there in the position? I mean, the bishop on b5 is loose. Maybe the queen is the target. There's pressure on the d file. Oh, and I need someone in the stream to remind me to take out my washing. So, Mark, I will rely on you. At the end of the stream, I need you to write a message in chat saying, please take out your washing from the washing machine. If I forget this, then all my clothes are going to stink for the next week. So, yeah. I'll count on you. Welcome, Chris, to the stream. You missed a fun story at the start of the stream, so you're welcome to catch up on that at some point if you're curious. But yeah, we're now down to business, Woodpecker style. So, okay, what potential other moves could there be? I wonder if we could play some move that attacks the loose bishop, and then suddenly we see the move Queen A5. I mean, this looks extremely promising. So Queen A5. If they play a move like B4, we just take the bishop, so they need to move the bishop. Can they move the bishop with tempo anywhere? I don't really see, right? We just take the knight. So I think that's good enough. I think we can play this. If they make an intermezzo with the knight, and we take the bishop and they try something like this, I mean, a piece is more important than an exchange. Right? I mean, I'm even seeing this long line of Queen A5, Knight C4, Rook takes, threatening checkmate. It's not threatening checkmate. They can actually take my queen, and when I take, they can block. Although there's like bishop here, okay, probably is too much. I think we can just win the piece. Yeah, no need to deep it. Knight C4, Rook D1 was played. Crazy. If Knight takes A5, yeah, this is what I was looking at, but then I thought maybe it doesn't work, like they block Knight C4 or something. Why can't they block Knight C4? Yeah, why not? I mean, I guess you've got 2 rooks for the queen, but this doesn't feel like it's over. Okay, apparently it is. D8, if B3, we get the rook in this way. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, the rook is just too strong there. But yeah, my brain is working very, very fast today, and I think it's just a mix of like eating well, sleeping well, doing a lot of Lichess puzzles lately, in addition to this Woodpecker training, doing my weekly calculation from my coach. So I think all of this is adding together to just... And playing a lot of online chess. Like, I'm playing a lot of Bullet, Blitz, Rapid. So I think, yeah, things are pretty sharp. Okay, so we've got Queen, Rook, Rook, Bishop, Knight, Queen, Rook, Rook, Bishop, Knight. Let me see how you guys did. Oh, my head covers the board. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me switch this. Okay. So we've got Mr. Magnus and David in the chat. Yeah, fake Magnus Carlsen in the chat. What an honor. Literally. Yeah, absolutely. No giving up. Keep up the grind. Okay, let's keep going then. So we've got Queen, Rook, Rook, Queen, Rook, Rook, Knight, Bishop, Knight, Bishop, Knight. Okay, so Black's got an extra Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Black's got an extra Knight. But obviously we've got some big threats, right? We've got like Queen takes H7. Got this Rook takes F4. Maybe it's a good in-between move. Got pressure on the E6 pawn. We need to watch out ourselves. There is potential checkmate ideas too. Okay, so are there any more moves to consider that potentially disrupt the defense or bring in an attacker? Somehow G3 is a candidate as well, like trying to exploit this somehow, but I don't really see how it works. So, okay, let's start with Queen H7. It's very forcing. It forces King F7. What potential follow-up could that be here? So Rook takes F4 is definitely a consideration. We've also got the knight checks, right? Knight D6 check or Knight E5 check. These could be potentially strong. So Queen H7, let's start with Rook F4. If Rook F4, Queen takes F4, I feel like we have a win here. Bishop G6 check. There's either King E7 or King F6. Maybe King F6 is better, but then we've got Rook F1. Actually, hold up. Are we just playing Rook F1 in all of these cases? Why not just play Rook F1 now? Don't we win the Queen? Isn't this like a big pin? Big skewer? Whatever you want to call it. I mean, this just seems very, very simple. They can't take the rook and then like do a discovered check because, you know, it's a queen. They can't do this. So I guess that's just it. I think that's just it. I mean, yeah, we can... Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, taking with the bishop is even safer. Nice. Okay, so that was a very smooth job. Oh, we're gonna get fake Hikaru and fake Gotham as well. I mean, the more viewers, I mean, the more this channel blows up. So, if you like, if you like Mr. Fake Magnus. Fritz says Queen H7, King F7, Rook F4, Queen F4, Rook F1. Fantastic, you got it. Okay, let's keep it going. Okay. Immediately I'm seeing this idea of if we can just sack everything, right? Just like play like this rook check and play knight c6. Also, Mark, are you going to take up my offer of being the washing machine reminder? If not, then Frizz, you might need to be the washing machine reminder for me. At the end of the stream, please write me a message to take out my washing. If I forget, then I'm in trouble. Okay, let me keep thinking. So I'm also seeing ideas like, you know, if a knight lands on this square, we've got potential checkmate ideas too. Definitely feels like these pawns might be promising. This is the only check aside from this one. Okay, so candidate moves. We've got bishop takes c6, check. Pawn takes c6 as forced, otherwise they're just down a pawn. Bishop c6, pawn takes c6. Now, we've either got knight takes c6, or we could play this rook d8. Now, if we go bishop c6, pawn c6, rook d8, king d8, knight c6, king moves somewhere, let's say d7, knight takes a7, the problem is they go knight takes c4. And then I think, yeah, their two pieces will be way too strong. So bishop takes c6, pawn c6, knight c6. We're threatening checkmate in one. And we're threatening the rook. So in that position, black needs to deal with both. I feel like they could play rook d7, or they could play rook a8. I think those are the only two moves that deal with the checkmate and save the rook. So bishop c6, pawn c6, knight c6. If rook d7, rook d7, I guess I can go rook takes d7, king takes d7. But is that really enough to be better? I'm probably even lost here, playing the two pawns against the piece. Okay, so this is why it's very important to look at candidate moves, because I only looked at this, I tunnel visioned this line, right? But the point is I can even take on b7, right? Rook takes and then I've got the fork. So knight takes b7. Is there an issue if they take on c4? Well, then I can take on c6 with check. So I win a pawn and I'm pretty happy there. Okay, let's do it. Okay, nice. So yeah, always consider your candidate moves, all the different forcing moves first. Try your best not to tunnel vision, even though it's very tempting. Okay, good job, Frizz. Okay, Mark says, of course. Okay, you're my washing machine, man. Rooks on back rank versus queen is always winning my experience. Interesting proverb there. The rooks on the back rank always winning against the queen. Yeah, it's a good one to keep in mind. I mean, generally, my understanding of the rule of whether two rooks or a queen is better is the queen is better when the opponent's king is weak or there are lots of loose pawns, that's normally when the queen excels over the rooks. But I guess actually, yeah, if you've got that pressure on the back rank, then the rook will prevail in a lot of cases. Maybe nice to see rook d7, c5 at the end. So rook d7 here. Oh, c5 is a very nice touch. In my head, I was, thinking just to take that rook, which definitely wouldn't be as clear. So, c5 looks like a very nice addition. Although on c5 there is knight d7. Knight d5 is what I mean. And if e4, then knight f6, and if e5, then knight goes back to d5. So probably you're still having to play out this endgame, where you have the rook and 2 pawns. Oh, and that's actually what it gives. It does give c5. Yeah, was played in the game. Does it make much of a difference? Oh, there's not even e4 because of this bishop. But yeah, I guess there's no rush to take this. You can wait for black to waste a tempo with their king and then take. Yeah, so no need to rush. Okay, yeah, good addition there, Mark. Fritz says, Michael, when I did Woodpecker, I had a method that made me memorize these puzzles easily. Maybe it's a good option to remember the patterns. I cannot remember, I can remember what I ate for breakfast because I eat the same damn thing for breakfast every day. But it's my memory's just not good. I mean, it's... yeah, I don't know how to remember the patterns. I mean... I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where, it eventually does stick, but it just has to be seen for me, many, many more times for it to stick. I mean, we can come back to this discussion of, the visualizing an apple in your head. If I can't even visualize an apple, you've got to realize we're on different playing fields when it comes to memory. So, I've never had a good memory. I've always had to work around it. So, yeah, easier said than done. Ramen noodles? I do not have ramen for breakfast. No, I stick to my cereal. Very easy, simple meal, nutritious, tastes good, gives you good energy. Okay, let's keep going. So Capablanca to win, got the open H file, we've got queen, rook, rook, knight against queen, rook, rook, knight. Got 6 pawns against a whopping 8 pawns. So we're 2 pawns down, but obviously we've got huge compensation. And I wonder, actually, I mean, this is that classic Morphy idea where you've got a rook that's doing nothing. You can potentially sacrifice your rook for a really tiny piece. But if you can actually bring in... if you can actually bring in the same rook, effectively get the same position, but black's got 1 less defender, it might be good enough. So, I mean, rook h7 is very tempting. If they take with the king, then rook h1 is 100% winning. So, here, maybe this rook h1 is winning. But how do they defend? Okay, again, I'm tunnel visioning. This is a really bad idea. And they do have ways that they can potentially try and hold. So, okay, let's go back to our candidate moves. So rook h7 is a candidate. Maybe some sort of knight move to distract the knight is a candidate. Queen takes should probably be considered, even if it's crazy. And I mean, we could just, slow triple. But, I mean, it's very slow and I don't quite believe it. So, okay, let's look at this one more time. Knight h7 was forced. And do we have any other candidates here? If rook h1, this feels like the only reasonable move. Is rook g8 the only defense? Kind of feels that way. I think rook g8 looks like it's the only defense, so that's again promising. And at this moment, is there any win? I mean, I can also sack the rook for the knight. The king would have to take. But then we've just got this queen. The knight is far away and give one check. King goes to g7 and give another check back. I mean, they can go to f8. I think they even escape. So rook h7, knight h7. I really don't see any other candidates. Rook h1, rook g8. Queen h6 or something, rook g7. I'm struggling to consider any other ideas in this position. What about the move queen e5, actually? Maybe if we pin the knight, then we can consider sacrificing, and then maybe the rook will be able to come in with more force. Queen e5. Queen e5, let's say they try and trade queens. Let's say we go rook h7, they go king takes. Bring the other rook into h1. In that position, what if they go king g6 though? Trying to cover this g5 square. Then I'm not so sure. Yeah, this one I'm really stumped on. I'm really stumped. Okay, what about these candidate moves I said at the start? I mean, does it really change anything? Like, what if they just take with the queen? Oh, what if they take with the queen? See, this is why you just gotta look, right? They can no longer take with the knight because they lose the queen. And if they take with the knight, well, then you just got checkmate. See, it's just like forcing yourself to just trust the process. Trust the calculation process, and then it's easy. Then it's easy. But if you don't even look, then you can't see. Yeah, it's really crazy. Yeah, knight d5, queen d5, rook h7, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I had yeah, this knight takes d5, and yeah, Holker, I've been noticing that your messages are delayed, so yeah, glad you've caught up. But yeah, very nice puzzle. But it's like, yeah, I had the candidate move, but I just didn't even bother to look at it because, yeah, it's not ingrained in my system enough to actually have faith in moves that don't intuitively feel right. Even though, yeah, I should absolutely consider them. So on that note, guys, unfortunately, I have run out of time. I have a chess lesson to teach very soon. And I will try and catch up my woodpecker training on Wednesday because I realize, I kind of cut corners with starting a bit too late and sharing the story at the start of the stream. But yeah, the good news is that, yeah, I'm putting in the work. We've got another month or two to go before my classical tournaments start up again. So I feel like we're on a very, very good trajectory, so I just gotta keep it up. So, washing machine reminder, let's go. Let's go. Appreciate Mark, appreciate Frizz. And release that Gurgenet's course, unfortunately, is completely out of my control. If I could, I would. But yeah, Chessable has a schedule, and yeah, I think Damien is still, finishing the touches on his videos to go with the course. So yeah, hopefully they'll come out soon. I also am hoping that this gets sorted soon. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll go do my laundry very quick and see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, bye.